Hi and welcome to Best in Tesla. So when people talk about the future, they tend to base their reasoning in today's technology. And understandably so, but that is where I think most people get it wrong. I know I am a very optimistic person and some might even call me naive, but I tend to believe in the innovation of technology. And believe that people way smarter than me is going to come out with something I don't even have the imagination to think about. And even Tesla, that is innovating, did get the production rate of batteries wrong. They will be able to produce a lot more batteries at the gigafactories than they thought just 5 years ago. This is how fast innovation is moving. So when it comes to renewable energy, I still think many people are being way too pessimistic, and again basing their reasoning on today's technology, because I think we are on the verge of huge breakthroughs in the energy sector. Not just by Tesla. What this means is that we could have endless energy supply at our fingertips. So let's dream a little bit about this future of endless energy, and let's dive right in. So when people talk about the future, they tend to base their reasoning in today's technology, and therefore say that can't happen because that is not how it works. Well, both you and I don't know what knowledge and technology we will have access to in just 10 years' time. And it has taken giants less time to fall than that. Just think about Blockbuster, Nokia, Kodak and so on. They were all wrong, even though they were kings in their respectable industries. Just for a bit of fun, let's just take a look at some famous quotes here from some of these giants that thought they knew it all. Blockbuster's CEO Jim Keyes: "Neither Redbox or Netflix are even on the radar screen in terms of competition." And Microsoft CEO Steve Ballmer on the iPhone: $500 fully subsidized with a plan? I said that's the most expensive phone in the world, and it doesn't even apply to business customers because it doesn't have a keyboard, which makes it a not very good email machine. And he also said Google is not a real company, it's a house of cards. Yeah, Steven, he had some good ones up his sleeve. And these were not even that long ago. But if we go back to 1943, we have another great miss from IBM. IBM's president on computers: "I think there is in the world a market for maybe 5 computers." Yeah. So yeah, even the ones we think would know what the future will look like will probably get it wrong. Predicting the future is hard. And even for the ones that are making the change and innovations. Just think back 6 years. When even Tesla talked about their gigafactory in Nevada, they thought their factory would be able to produce about 150 gigawatt hours of batteries per year. And Elon talked about we needed 100 gigafactories like this for the world to go electric. We are now looking at a terawatt hour of production per year per factory at that size, even in a smaller footprint and even with a much better battery as well. And now we only need about 15 factories, not 100. Even Tesla did not know just how big an innovation they were about to make in the battery production just 6 years ago. So we need to remember, when we are trying to dream and think about the future, we cannot really use what we know today. We have to try to speculate outside the box, to try to see how the future could look like. Because if we take what we know today, we will probably be very wrong. So when people say that solar energy will never work, it's because they look at the technology as it is today. But I think we're on the verge of big breakthroughs that will make the big fusion generator in the sky that comes up every single day will give us more power than we will ever need on planet Earth. Because 1 hour of sunlight that is hitting the Earth is enough energy to power the whole world for 1 year. We have endless energy at our fingertips. We just need to be able to harvest it. So this is also why I think people that are talking about solar and wind power is producing more energy than they can use, so we should use that excess energy to produce hydrogen. But why use energy to make some other form of energy that is less efficient? Why not just store the energy and put it right into the cars, right into your light bulb, right into your entire house? Why would you make all this extra work and loops to make less efficient energy when you already have the energy? We just need to store it and of course be able to harvest it much more efficient than we do today. And as we all probably know, Tesla is working on both storage and harvesting solar energy with their mega packs and power walls and the solar panels and solar roof tiles. But this will become better and better over time and can store more and more energy. But it is not only Tesla that is trying to bring some new technology into this area. Nanoramic is making a coating for battery as well. That should be able to give batteries more energy density, more power output, faster charging, faster discharging, longer lifespan, and work much better in really low temperatures.
New Carbonics is a technology platform. It's a process to coat nanocomposite materials on top of substrates, like for example, metallic foils that can serve as a current collector for electrodes in lithium-ion batteries or supercapacitors. So the Nanoramic team invented this process originally for supercapacitors, and later on we're able to implement this process also on lithium-ion battery anodes and cathodes. So what the neocarbonics process does is it eliminates completely the need of polymer binders in active materials that are usually on top and bottom of electrodes for lithium-ion batteries like cathodes and anodes. So this comes with significant performance advantages, things like improved energy density or cyclability, but also C-rate capabilities and performance at low and high temperature.
So this is yet another technology, and it should be able to be used in today's technology and manufacturing, so should be easy to implement in our existing technology we already have today, just make it better. So how will this look in 10 years' time? Well, if we look back 10 years and think, why did people say it was impossible what Tesla wanted to do? Well, first of all, the batteries costed over $1,000 per kilowatt hour. But now Tesla has a way where they can make their 4680 cells for about $50 per kilowatt hour. And that is where we are at today. What will happen in 10 years' time when maybe something like Nanoramic technology will merge with Tesla's technology and maybe many more new technologies? I made a whole video about how I think the price of battery will be as low as $20 per kilowatt hour. Many said that was insane because the material themselves cost. Well, I'm gonna stop you right there. How do you know what the material cost when we don't even know what materials will be in batteries at that point? Now we're just thinking about how batteries work today, not how they will be in 10 years' time. And then we also have the whole recycling of old batteries coming into play as well, and many new technologies that will come out in the next 10 years that we don't even know about yet. That will drive the price even further down, and we are already at $50 per kilowatt hour when Tesla really gets their 4680 cells to fly off the assembly line. So when we put all this technology together, it's not hard to see a future where batteries are dirt cheap to produce, and everything from cars to jumbo jets to oil tankers, except they probably won't be oil tankers, but you know, big ships. Eventually everything will be running on electricity, also because we have an endless supply of energy coming directly to us every single day. But solar panels are not efficient enough. Well, not yet maybe. But again, new and better technology is already on its way, like solar windows. Zach and Jesse from Now You Know made an interview with the CEO of Solar Windows. I can highly recommend that video, very interesting if you want to take a deeper dive into solar windows. But basically what they have done is making a transparent liquid that can be sprayed on anything, not just windows as the name might suggest, but anything, and can make it produce electricity. And even more efficient than traditional solar panels of today, because this technology will work in even low light and even reflected light indoors. So it will not just work in the middle of the day when the sun is high and the angle is right, it will work from dawn to dusk. So now it's not only a few square meters on the roof that can produce power, but the entire building will be producing energy even inside the building. This will change the energy producing area from square meters to acres of area. That will produce energy much more efficient as well, and for a longer time during the day. Every window, every wall, every building, everything will be able to produce energy. You don't have to go through the trouble of getting solar panels to fit in your car. You can just spray the entire car with this stuff and the whole car will generate power. Very simplified, of course. There will not be a big power plant in the future making energy for the community. The community itself will become a power plant. Just like we have seen Tesla is testing in South Australia with the solar roofs and power walls together with their Autobidder software. That will make the city into a virtual power plant. And again, it's not just Tesla working on this sustainable communities. A company like Alset is also working on providing sustainable, healthy living systems, and is actually already a certified Tesla Powerwall installer, because they're using many of Tesla's technologies already to make a whole smart home or smart community. With Tesla Powerwall, solar roof and cars and much more. I will make a whole video about Alset in the near future to show you guys much more about the company, because what they're doing is very interesting, so stay tuned for that. But they have already built small communities in Australia where they are powered by the sun, and in Texas they will build 500 homes to make a proof of concept where they will build the Alset homes. And as they write on their website, buy our Alset homes and get a free solar and energy system and a free Tesla. So sure, their homes are probably not the cheapest, but you will get a home that is running on energy it is producing itself, and also run your electric car that in the near future also will be driving itself. And this is with the technology we have today, of course, and Alset even bets on technology that is not here yet, like Tesla Robotaxi. So they are already talking about how the community in the future will earn money on robotaxis, because they all will own Teslas. So just try to imagine where a company like Alset will be in 10 years time with all this new technology like solar window, nanoramic, Tesla, and so on and so on and so on. Every home they will make will be producing and storing its own power and more than it can use itself. And we will never run out of power, because we get an endless supply every single day from the sun. That is why I'm still very bullish on the future of sustainable energy, and do believe it's possible for the whole world to run on renewable energy in the not so distant future. But what do you think? Do you think I, once again, are too optimistic about future innovations, or do you know about other technologies like the ones I have mentioned here in this video that could change everything? Please let me and everyone else know in the comments below. And thank you for watching, and until next time, take care out there and be nice.